first thing we have to do prior to any testing is to alert the alarm receiving centre. So the details are in your logbook here. Phone number, user number, pass number, option 1 puts on test. So we'll just run through that just now. Hash.
Enter your password, then press hash.
4229 hash.
To place your system on test, press 1. To
Press 1.
exit, press. Your system is on test until April 12th at 11:15. Thank you for using.
So that gives you an hour to put it on test. So that's you. Let them know. Next thing, black key is for testing the call points. There's a couple of them up there. So we're going to test that one over there, it's probably easier. So if we go to the call point first, hold it 2 prongs facing up the way towards the back. Gently press up and just gently bring the jaw down. Fire alarm will activate. Sounders will start to ring. Back to the fire panel. Press the red button. The panel will then ask you for a code which is already in there. So you just press F4 for enter. As soon as that red LED goes out on the sound alarms, that's it taking the command. Just let everything stop. You can silence the buzzer if you wish. It'll just tell you on the front here exactly where you've tested it. It'll tell you the zone, which is in comparison to your zone chart. Once you're happy enough, green button to reset. Panel will just clear down. And that's it.
So this is for testing?
That's just for simply for your weekly test. Weekly test, yes.
Why weekly?
It's just what the fire authorities want you to do. It's just that's it. You just put it in your logbook, and these are numbered. These numbers tie in to the device number on the panel.
Okay.
But if you just want to make them 1, 2, 3, 4 to suit yourself, it's entirely up to you. So everything's got a number assigned to it, which will come up on the panel, and it will tell you the textures to exactly where it is in the building, and it will give you the zone indication, which will tie in with your zone chart.
Okay.
So
good. That seems simple enough.
Yeah.
All right with that?
Is that it?
That's basically as simple as a weekly test. There is another menu which I will show you just for some isolation.
Yes.
So,
what happens if there is a real alarm?
If there is a real alarm,
Yeah.
the fire brigade will attend. So if there's a real alarm and there's people in the building, everybody out the building, don't bother with this until the fire authorities get here. Once they've come in and said everything's okay to come back into the building, they, depending on the fire authority, they'll either silence it for you or they'll expect somebody on site to silence it. So in that scenario, you would again just press the red button. It would ask you for the code again. You would just press F4 to enter it because the code's already there, and the sounders would just stop as normal. So the silencing and resetting from a weekly test is the exact same in silencing as resetting from an activation from a smoke detector.
Okay.
Now, I'm glad that the judge is here as a sacristan. He is the one who smokes the place, literally, because he's as a thurifer.
Right?
We use incense.
Yes.
Should we turn off the alarm when we have?
Where do you use it and where do you
It's
do
in
it?
the body of the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just in the.
They have-
Yeah,
No, there is no smoke detectors in this area at all.
Okay.
There's only call points route through the main church. You have smoke detectors, see in zone 2?
Yes.
There's smoke detector, they're multi-sensors, they're not just smoke detectors, they do smoke and heat.
Yeah.
And you have them in zone 2 and also a detector in the basement is what you have.
Okay.
So this area here,
Yeah.
you just have manual call
Yeah.
points around the outside.
And the next question is, so there should be no smoke in the orange zone. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you are having anything like that in there, this is what I'll show you next. Right?
Okay.
So, if I press the menu button on the, you want to video this as well? If I press the menu button on the panel,
Yeah.
you get the same display as if you were doing your reset. Now the weekly test code is 4 ones, but it always reverts back to 4 ones, so you don't really need to know that. It's always there. Even if I go into another menu after 30 seconds, it will always revert back to 4 ones. Okay. If you turn the dial, it goes up to disablements, which is a new menu. So if you press the dial, the disablements code is just 4 twos, the next level up. So you just change that to just using the dial across, hit enter. So that takes you into the disablement menu in theory. So the field setup, panel setup, test reports, alarm counter, you don't really need to worry about them. If you scroll down to disable or enable, using the dial, right, you can do a zone which takes out the full area, or you can do a device which takes out an individual point. So let's go for device. If you just, the dial just moves it down, and then if you press the dial, it just takes you into the next menu. So everything is on loop 1 because you've only got the one loop. So you just press that again, and then it takes you to your devices. So you see this here, 1001. That's that number there, 1001. So this is the radio loop module, right? So the RLM is a radio loop module. So you have one here. I think you've got 3 in total, and that just bounces your wireless infrastructure round about the church. So if you scroll down, so you get three devices. So once you get to device 5, that's your interface, right? So it's number 6, which is that one there that we've tested. So the number type, sorry, that one. So see the number here, 1006. That ties in with this 106, and it tells you entrance area, fire exit. So that's the text. If you scroll down, that one will be number 7, entrance area, main door. So you just scroll down till you find the device you're looking for. With your smoke detectors have all got numbers, and I've issued you with drawings. Which I think I've emailed you. If you're not sure what one, just have a look at the drawing and it'll tell you the number. So if you scroll down, if you are looking to isolate the device in the choir changing room for any reason, number 17, once you're on it, you just press that button and that will change to disabled. Panel will start to bleep to let you know. You can just mute the buzzer. Happy enough with that so far? And then once you're finished doing whatever you're doing in there, you just go back through the exact same process, back down to 17 that you can see disabled, and you press it again and it enables it. And then all you do is just exit, and that's you. That will just revert back to the weekly test with the 4 ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems okay.
All right with that?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Any other questions, George?
No.
Yeah.
It's fairly, yeah.
It's simple.
With this system, you shouldn't really need to do a lot of isolation. The only thing with something like that is if somebody breaks a glass or anything in the fire brigade have been, they might say you need to isolate that now until Chubb come out and fix it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you've only got half a dozen detectors. It's not a big site for false alarm and stuff like that. And multi-sensors work different to smoke detectors. You need a degree of smoke and heat kind of before it trips, so they're a lot less sensitive than a bog standard smoke detector. All right. So once you've done that, you phone the number back. So we'll just run through that again, and that basically just confirms that your fire signal has went through, and then you put it back online. Because if you've got an hour, if you do your test and it takes you 30 seconds and you don't phone back and put it on, you've got 59 and a half minutes for a fire signal won't be recognised at the alarm receiving centre. Pardon me. So we'll just phone that back now.
Welcome to Smart Test.
Start 2105054229 hash.
Enter your password, then press hash.
4229 hash.
Your system is on test until April 12th at 11:50. The following signals have been received. Zone 1 fire alarm. Zone 1 restore.
So that's a fire signal and a restore signal, and that's fine. Don't be confused. To take it off test, sorry.
Press 3.
3.
Your system is no longer
So
on
that's you
test.
back. That's you back
Thank
live
you
in
for
theory.
using smart
Don't be
test.
confused though by the zone 1 on here. Has no comparison to this zone 1.
Oh, right.
So if you test one in zone 2, it will still say zone 1. It basically just means channel 1.
Yeah.
But a lot of
Yeah.
folk go,
Yeah.
oh, I was in zone 7 there and that kind of thing.
Thank you.
So that's it. Really, that's all you need. You'll see that wee green is lit up. That just means you've still got access to the buttons. But I think it's a minute. So if I hit menu, you'll see we're still in the menu. If for any reason you can just log out using F3. So these 4 sections here are just F1, F2, F3, F4. So if you log out, you'll see that goes away.
Yeah.
And that just lets you know that you've still got access to the panel. Thing is, to do or not to do is panic. Just come back, hit the red button, and it will say I can't do anything. I need the number. The number's already there, so you don't need to worry about the dial. You just hit F4 to enter the number. Watch for the red LED to disappear. Stand back, let it do its thing, and then just reset. Happy as Larry.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
All right with that?
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect.